I'm bored. Let's check in on Eric July. All right, so I saw this tweet today and this video, and all I could think about is the massive lack of self-awareness that comes from this community. Massive. And I don't know if the people that watch this content are too ignorant or too naive to see it, or if they don't care. They just don't care that there's no cohesion, there's lies, there's no self-reflection, there's no self-awareness, there's no accountability. There's none of that exists in this community. And this video clip from Eric July in this tweet, which by the way, let me see if I can make this larger so we can read it. This tweet from Eric July is really funny. He says, one of the easiest ways to become a miserable creator is to chase trends that don't reflect who you are. You end up building an audience that doesn't even like you, just the version you're pretending to be. Eventually the act gets exhausting. So be you. What is that even? Like life advice for creators from Eric July? His channel has been spiraling for a year. He was at around 518,000 subscribers. Now he's down to 490,000 subscribers, and that's in a year's time. The Rippaverse started out extremely successful in terms of like a brand new independent comic book company, right? However you view it. The very beginning did really well. And it's just been falling off ever since. And I know they want to try and put up smoke and mirrors and go, oh, that's not what's happening. It absolutely is. And Eric has actually proven that, because now he's coming back to YouTube to do a podcast that he stopped doing a while ago because he was no longer a YouTuber. I'm not a YouTuber, as he says. He's a business owner. He owns a comic book company. And therefore he wanted to focus on that, and YouTube was secondary, and he was going to stop doing like multiple live streams a week, stop gaming stuff, stop making video. Like all of that was going to happen. And over time, now that the comic book thing isn't as lucrative as he thought it was, we're back to this stuff again. So let's watch this video clip. And I have so much to say about this, so buckle up.
What happens when the algorithm stops rewarding you? If you've been chasing trends, just doing whatever is hot, you're gonna feel it, because you weren't really building something real. You were just reacting. Here's the truth. When you build your content around what's trending instead of what you actually care about, it's only a matter of time before you burn out. You become a character, a persona, putting on a mask every time you hit record, and that gets exhausting. Worse than that, you end up building an audience that doesn't even like you. They like that version of you that popped off during some maybe viral moment. So when you finally try to pivot and do something you actually enjoy, they're gone. It's like whiplash for them, because they were never really there for you in the first place. That's why you'd much rather have a smaller audience that's genuinely into what you do than a massive flaky following that only shows up when you feed the algorithm. Because when the hype fades, what's left better still be you, or you'll be miserable in no time.
So much to unpack here. All right, starting out, first of all, that's Cope, because he's lost a chunk of his viewers. A bunch of people ran away from his channel. And I said last year, I was like, he is known for making outrage content. He's known for getting people upset. He's known for all of that. That's what his following was on YouTube. And those people ran away. Now, you get to a certain level on YouTube, you have a huge chunk of what they call dead subscribers, dead accounts that don't click on your content. It just happens over time. And so you're going to see a fall off. The bigger you get, that gap is going to get wider if you don't have people that are still watching your content. But with Eric here, it's different. He had people actively unsubscribing from him. So it wasn't like he had 518,000 subscribers and just a bunch of them weren't watching his content. No, he had like 25,000 plus people stop, just unsubscribe from him completely and walk away. He also wants to act like his comic book business had nothing to do with his YouTube stuff, which is false. The only reason he was even in the position he was in to make the comic books that he was making was because of his YouTube following. That's just a fact, right? So all of that was Cope. Like, oh, you do the smaller audience better, blah, 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 whatever. Yeah, if you're talking about starting out like brand new with your channel, this is fine. Like, come on, do what you want to do, grow your channel that way. That's fine. But we're talking about people that are playing in the bigger leagues. Then he talked about chasing trends and being a caricature of yourself. So you mean to tell me that heel versus babyface screaming pronouns at the top of his lungs, that's the real person? That's him? All the disgusting stuff he says? So that's really him. That's not him putting on a bit for YouTube. That's him. What about Critical Drinker? People say his entire channel is built around the persona of being a drunk critic. Is that not the real him? Is that not who he is? What about Nerdrotic and all the other people? Do they not chase trends? That's not what their channels are? They don't make videos about stuff that's trending? That's not the kind of content they make? They all do. Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers has admitted that they look for stuff in the news that people are talking about. Ryan Cannell's said this on the same stream. They talk about whatever's popular, whatever's going on. They look for stuff online. They look for stuff on the news. Then they harp on it and they talk about it over and over and over again. That's what they do. This is what they've admitted. This is the same community that Eric is a part of. He's hangs out with all these guys. So who are you giving this advice to? Are you giving it to the people that you hang out with? All the losers you hang out with? All the haters? All the angry people? All the outrage grifters? Is that what this advice is for? Is that who this is for? Or are you trying to randomly give advice to the person that might stumble across this video on Twitter? So somebody's just going to stumble into a self-help video about YouTube on Twitter. Eric chases trends too. You might say, well, Eric, to me, you might say, Eric, you're trying to put Eric in a box because of the people he hangs out with. No, I'm not. He chases trends too. Over the last 2 weeks, he came out of video hibernation to make video after video after video about Charlie Kirk. Would he have made videos about Charlie Kirk if that incident wouldn't have happened? No. So what was he doing? He was chasing the trends. This is what he was doing. The most recent example of it on his channel, 100%, it's right there for you to go and see. So he does it too. All of the things he's saying here, all the stuff he said in this video could be applied to not only himself, but every single person that he hangs around with, every single person that he does video content with, that he streams with, all of them. All of them. You talk about being genuine. Yellow Flash, who won't even show his face on camera, built an entire career about screaming and hollering about whatever is trending right now, and he makes books on your service. And you're friends with him, and his channel literally is that. It is a trend-chasing channel where he is absolutely pretending to be someone else. He won't even put his real name on the books that are made by your publishing company. So who is this video for? Who is this content for? Are you telling the grifters not to grift? Is that what you're saying? This is Eric July shouting out all the grifters out there. Don't grift. Stop talking about whatever's trending. Start talking about whatever you love, and it's all good. It's better to have a smaller amount of subscribers. And then the same fucking people that follow Eric July on all these channels will come into a comment section of a video who is criticizing anything that they disagree with. And they're like, well, you only have 2K subs. Well, here's Eric July saying that doesn't matter. Eric July is saying it doesn't matter how many subs you have. It's about the quality of the subs you have. This is coming from him. So I guess everybody who's ever came into my comment section and told me that talking about him doesn't matter because he has more subs than me, I guess that's not a factor anymore. Because Eric has just disputed that. He's just debunked that himself. Who is this video for? Who is this content for? Is it for the grifters, scammers? Is it for Fandom Menace, Geeks and Gamers? It's certainly not for anybody on the other side of the aisle. It's not for the content I make. Like, I'm not out here chasing the trends. I'm not out here pretending to be somebody else. And most people that go after them do so for the exact thing that he's criticizing here. Everything he's saying in this video are the things that we go after. We talk about this in all of our videos. These are outraged trend grifters. This is what they do. And he is literally, in his own way, siding with everything that we've said. I guess the tables have turned. Times have changed. Now Eric July is calling out everybody in the Fandom Menace and Friday Night Tights and Geeks and Gamers in this video. I guess that's how it goes.